And hello and welcome to another USACO Bronze video. In this video, we will be going over the 2015 December contaminated milk problem, which was problem 3. So the problem is like this. So Farmer John, known far and wide for the quality of the milk produced on his farm, is hosting a milk tasting party for N of his best friends, where N is between 1 and 50 inclusive. Unfortunately, of the M types of milk, where M is between 1 and 50 inclusive as well, exactly one of them has gone bad, but Farmer John does not know which one. And anyone who drinks the bad milk will later become sick, either during the party or during the remainder of the party afterwards. And we are given a transcript of the party, so who drinks when, as well as who gets sick when. And based on that information, we can deduce which milks could possibly be the bad one and which ones cannot. And using this knowledge, we can help Farmer John determine the minimum number of doses of medicine he would need to buy in order to make sure that all the individuals who could possibly become sick during or after the party are healed. So we're given in the first line input is always like this: N, M, D, and S, where N is the number of friends, M is the number of types of milk, D is the number of people that drink something, and S is given how many people get sick during the party. So all D lines after the first line, we are given P, M, and T, which indicates that P, the person, drank the milk M at time T. And then after that, the S lines, which is between 1 and N, is that the person P gets sick at time T. And so each person can get sick at most one, and the key thing, sorry, I said once, and the key thing is that they only get sick because they drink milk at a strictly earlier point in time. So if they cannot immediately get sick the same time they could drink the milk. And the output is we are determining the number of minimum doses that Farmer John needs to obtain so he can guarantee that he will have enough to treat everyone who could be getting sick either during or after the party. So in the example test case, so person one drank milk one at time one. Person one also drank milk four at time one. Person one drank milk three at time four. Person one drank milk two at time two. Person three drank milk one at time three. Person two drank milk one at time five. And person two drank milk two at time seven. And we are given that person one got sick at time three and person two got sick at time eight. So, the person has to get sick before they drink if after they drink the bad milk. So we can eliminate number three immediately because they drank milk three after. So, and then the other issue is, so person two only drank two types of milk. So we know that it has to be one of the two types of milk. And since we know that it can't, since we already eliminated four and they didn't drink, and person two drank one and two, we also know it cannot be four. So it has to be one or two. And both satisfy all the other restrictions about the person getting sick. And then looking at it, so three people drank milk one, so you would need three for this. And two people drank milk two, so you need two for this. And the maximum between three and two is three, so it can only be three. So basically, more higher explanation, like a more simple explanation of this problem would be we are just given where A drinks milk B at time C, and we just only care about the earliest time they drink milk B. If they drink milk B at say at time C plus 10 as well, then we don't care about that time they drink it because it's the earliest time they drink the milk could get them sick. And then we also don't care about a milk if a sick person who got sick either drink for earliest time they drank it was greater than or equal to the time earliest time they drink the milk, or if they never drank the milk at all. So knowing that, we can start coding. So contaminated milk. So we declare the main class and then input and output. I don't know. Okay, so after we have declared input and output taking, we need to then declare a string tokenizer in order to separate each of the strings. So, and then, so easiest way to keep track of the earliest time each person drank a milk is just have an int array, 2D int array. And then when we take in the the what happens during the party, what people drink, we since Java and most programming languages use zero index, we will have to convert things to zero indexing. And we will declare a drink array to see how many people drank each type of milk for a slight speed up, instead of having to go through our earliest array again and look through that and see what people drank. So then, yes. Okay, so now that we have figured out the earliest people have drank it, then we can go through it, go through how when people got sick, and determine if a milk is possibly one of the bad milks or not. And so after we take in what time a person got sick, we can then eliminate certain milks if the earliest time that person got sick is before they drink this type of milk or if they never drink it at all. So before we do anything, we need to first make sure that everything could be bad. Each type of milk could be bad before we eliminate anything. And then this part just eliminates it. And then finally, we just have a we just check if a milk could be bad, and if so, then we needed to figure out the maximum between so far how many doses of medicine we need and the current and how many people drink that milk. So in order to do that, we can just do if could be bad of that milk. Then we can just set max to the max of max and drink 5. And then we just output max and we close the file and we're done. So submitting it. Oh, let me wait, hold on. Okay, so we are getting a slight issue. So now is a good time to look at debug. So it's not every single time where your code just immediately finishes running within one loop. There's always going to usually be some error somewhere. So in order to do that, we need a debug. And to debug, we just have to print out outputs as we run through it. So and so we have drink is correct, but we look at could be bad, and we realize that we put this is false instead of true. And then after we comment that out, we get 2. So it's still not working correctly after that. So so now we know that could be bad. This logic part is wrong. Our drink is correct since there are 3 people who drank milk 1. There are 2 people who drank milk 2. There's 1 person who drank milk 3, and there's 1 person who drank milk 4. And the next thing we realize is that and we put int c is next token -1, which means we would decrease time, even though in the bottom part we did not do that. So in order to, we will also fix that bug and see if it works now. And now we see that it works. So now we will try submitting it again. And we will comment out our normal input and do a file input. Okay, and now we will try to submit. And now we see that it works. Thank you for watching.